Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. I started this reading by asking Spirit what were the messages that wanted to come through today, and I just randomly chose a card for each one of the piles, and all of the cards ended up being cups. So it's very interesting that Spirit wanted to talk to us about emotions, so maybe relationships. So I really feel like this is the main theme of this reading. So for the first pile, we have Aquarius, we have Gemini, we have Aries and Taurus. So you can pick your pile using the card is the Two of Vessels or Two of Cups with attraction. For the second pile, we have Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, and Pisces. And your card is the Four of Cups. For the third pile, we have Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Virgo. And your card is the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Lotuses. Okay, these are your piles. You may want to choose your pile with your zodiac sign or with your chosen card, significator card. So I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile number one. So we'll start with a card from the Goddess Oracle cards. Let's see what Goddess wants to come. Okay, I'll have to change something very quickly. Sorry about that. So I really want to show you the card up close so that you can see how fun and joyful Uzume is. She's a Japanese goddess, the goddess representing here laughter. So she represents laughter because she did like a dance, a very bold and risky, let's say, dance that dazzled the goddess Amaterasu. And this was a sort of like a strategy to win something, to achieve an objective. So this is very interesting, starting off the reading with Uzume. Okay, let's see what the mystical keeper has for us. Oops, the cards are having fun. So we have Good Gentleman and Rich Girl. Interesting. So, sorry. I really feel like this is a relationship. Because the Two of Cups, this specific Two of Cups with this polar attraction. And let's see what Uzume means in this specific situation. We have the Eight of Vessels, with rebirth. The Shaman. This is the Magician card in this deck. The Queen of Arrows, or the Queen of Swords, with Swan. The Three of Vessels, with Joy. The Three of Bows, with Fulfillment. This is the Three of Wands. Okay, interesting. the Knight of Stones, Horse, or Knight of Pentacles. And finally, we have the Seven of Arrows with insecurity, and the Six of Vessels, or Six of Cups, with reunion. Okay, interesting. So I feel like this reading is talking about finding someone who will help you achieve an objective, and the essence of that union or that meeting is laughter. So, and you have joy here, and rich girl is also a sign of joy or joyfulness. I really feel like this is someone who is helping you do things in a way that brings you a lot of joy, but also it's very important to keep that process lighthearted. And I feel like there's a quirkiness also. There's an originality here with the shaman and the Three of Bows. I feel like the way that you manage to make things real, to turn them, to make them a reality, is to be original, to be different, to take risks, because this is the strategy of Uzume. She did something that was really out of the box. It's really different. It's to make people relax and laugh instead of taking things too seriously. So I really feel like these are two people who are helping each other through a joyful relationship achieve something really interesting and very, I think it's something that's related to a specific area, like a specific profession. I'm trying to see what it can be. I see something related to maybe acting or business, because it's like someone who has to be a placeholder for an idea and a concept, and that can be also interpreted as channeling or acting. Interpreting, like being the one who filters the information so that it can be condensed in a way that other people might understand it better. It can also be very technical. I feel like this can be something very intellectual, very meticulous. It's something that only a few people can do because it's a hard combination of grit and a lot of finesse, intellectual finesse. So it's not for people who are just want to have a routine and do the same thing every day. So I really feel like this is something that's requiring originality, out of the box thinking. And it's something that will harness the power of others. So how I feel is like you're going to concentrate the power of others into one person, and that person is the representative of that project, that company. It's like the spokesperson, the PR, it can be that. So I really feel like this pile is about managing this relationship, because this relationship is the key for the success of this endeavor. That's how I feel this is going. And it's very important to use your intellectual abilities in a very creative way, because I feel like here's the warning, right? If you repeat the same formula. If you, it's like a mistake. I feel like there's a mistake that you can make, and that is doing things without awareness, without the very clear understanding and purpose of what you're doing, so that it's not the same, so that you don't repeat yourself, you don't do the same things over and over again. There's an innovation here. There's this need to create something completely different from what has been done up until this point. And that whole project hinges on this specific dynamic, this specific relationship between these two people. So, the good gentleman is a father figure. He can be a protector. He is someone who uses his power wisely. He's not forcing anything on anyone. He's not an authoritarian in any way. And with this flying contraption here, it's almost like a spaceship, like a futuristic medieval spaceship. I feel like this is someone who has a lot of original ideas, has a lot of creative juice, you know. And this rich girl, I feel like she's the one that gives the passion. She has a fireplace, and she also has the feline presence, but it's very different. It's more like a smooth talker, like a seductive person that can convince everybody. It's someone who is very passionate. So I feel like this is like, you know, like those entrepreneurs or startup founders. Like there's the guy or the girl with the technical skills, and then you have the other person who is more like the PR, like the face, the one that talks to other people, that promotes the work. So I think this reading is for someone or a group of people who is in that situation right now, and it's telling you to keep that attitude of joyful and playfulness, so that you can be very original and creative, and that people don't see you as one more, you know, the boring same old thing that, you know, oh, it's what everybody wants, this is the same thing. I really feel like you are going to challenge people's beliefs with what you have to present, and that is what's going to make them rethink things and reevaluate their own process, so that they can kind of be magnetically attracted to you and to your process, because it's something that they want, they desire. There's a lot of desire there's a lot of magnetism here. There's this relationship is very dynamic. It's very has a lot of power. It can harness a lot of attention. It can be romantic also, but I don't feel like it is specifically romantic. I feel like this is a relationship that creates something material, like there's a project, there's a creative endeavor here that's more mundane, let's say. It's not so intimate, let's say. It's more I didn't want to say mundane. It's not mundane, because it's very original, actually. It's not mundane, scratch that. It's more it's just more of a material thing. There's a technique here. There's something that's developing, and it's like a product or something. I don't see it as being strictly romantic or something like that. Interesting. So we have the seer, and this is the high priestess. I feel like you are sorry for the noise. So I feel like you are going into a special, it's like there's this special creation here. There's something very particular about your creation. I really want to see more because I feel like something is hidden from you right now. The King of Bows with the Adder. There's a lot of power here. There's a lot of investment. The Ace of Bows with the Spark of Life. I feel like you're going to discover something. It's still not there. Maybe that's what causes this feeling of maybe insecurity. Maybe you feel like you're not there yet, like it has to click. Still hasn't clicked, but it's going to, and it's going to bring you so much. With the Ten of Vessels, happiness. Don't worry. Keep it joyful, keep it playful. Don't take it too seriously, and just be aware that there's a lot of mystery yet in this process, but you're going to get there. Also, there might be a very powerful influence, outside influence in this project that might also be trying to come through, and this powerful influence, I feel like, has some important messages for you so that this can keep going in a different direction. Maybe change things just a little bit. I don't think you have to change things so much. It's just maybe this is also someone who comes with the ability to invest, and this is what you don't know yet. So watch out for potential investors if this is a company or a project that you need investment. It's coming, and it's going to make itself, whatever it might be, even be a collaboration between you and another company, or your project and another project. Maybe it's merging with some other team. It's very powerful. It's going to give you a big boost of energy. It's very interesting that this is something that will bring you so much abundance. And also I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of new friendships and a lot of new relationships. So this duo, I would say, is like a dynamic duo. It's really like a powerhouse for the development of so many things that are still ahead for you. So if you have this relationship in your life, that's fantastic. If you don't have this relationship and you're not seeing what this dynamic can be, use that laughter strategy. Uzume's strategy was to make the gods laugh, was to not take things so seriously, was to make fun of everything, it was kind of in a way inverting, the rules, breaking the rules, and being a rebel in a sense. And that will make you stand out and be more visible to this kind of dynamic, be very attractive if you're like that, if you're relaxed and you're having fun and you're not really feeling the limitations, you're really original and different, you're going to stand out, and you're going to gather a lot of friendships and love around you if you keep this attitude right now. It's very playful and joyful attitude. So beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also like this reading, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like and share the video if it resonated with you. So I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading. Let's see what is the goddess card for you this time. Lady of Beasts with relationship. Just a confirmation that this reading is about relationships. It's very interesting, this theme that Spirit chose. Okay, it's just one. Okay, 3. Let's see. Success in love, number 15. Military person, 22. And prison, 29. Okay. Let's see what the tarot has to say. To pile number 2. Okay. So, Queen of Cups. A lot of cups. The Sun. Okay. The Chariot. The Empress. Wow. The Fool. And the Moon. Wow, a lot of major arcana. The Sun and the Moon. It's interesting that at first I didn't really understand how to put the cards, but then they just, if you can, there's a symmetry here, and there's the clear divide between the masculine and the feminine. All the top characters are female, and all the characters here below are male. How interesting. Okay. So this is a really in-depth, profound situation. This reading is reflecting such depths is hard for me to process. It's like, I feel like it's the image of the pregnant woman and something is happening inside her belly and it's a mystery. Although we know the science, we know everything in, technically what happens, but how things are one way instead of another is still so mysterious, and how things resolve and how things turn out, it's still such a mystery to us. It's something that is like facing the unknown. It's facing the it's like facing a dragon, right? For us, for humanity. There's a lot of pregnant women also in this reading. We can see the significator card is also related to that relationship, to that to those more unconscious processes of life. I think that this is what's happening here. And for starters, I think you feel like you are in a stagnant place in your relationships right now. I feel like this reading is for those of you who are in a relationship or who are stuck in a pattern regarding your relationships. There's something that keeps happening, or you are in a relationship and this is the energy of the relationship. I feel like there's a lot of limitations with the prison and the military person here. I feel like there's a lot of maybe rules that you're following or routines that are making things more stagnant. But I feel there's a good feeling here. There's a nice feeling, although the Four of Cups is the significator card also. And the Four of Cups, specifically this one, there's a deceitful energy to this one, because you can see the sisters of Psyche are kind of bad-mouthing her fiancé, Eros. And it's like the destruction of your illusions, of your expectations. There's disappointment here too. Usually the Four of Cups is about boredom, but here I feel like there's also this disappointment energy. There's this stagnant energy here. But there is something, there is a relationship, there is someone here. So if you're not in a relationship, this is about something that you have in mind, someone that is clearly on your mind as your counterpart, because we have the sun and the moon. And this counterpart is very intense, is very strongly manifesting in your life. So you can be the male or the female. In the female part, we have, we have Helen of Troy, considered the most beautiful woman in the world. We have Demeter, the goddess, and we have Hecate. In the male part of the reading, we have Apollo, Ares, the god of war, and Dionysus. So these, for me, are like the 3 dimensions of each one of you. And these are people, we're talking about people who are very complete, let's say, who are very wholesome. And this is someone with whom you are relating to that is your counterpart, that is, it's fair to say that this person has the same power as you. But what's happening here for me is that you are now arriving at a point in your own development, personal development, where you are discovering things about yourself that they were mysteries. It's like you were birthing someone new. And this is the card of being confused, of being in a crossroads, also because of Hecate. And with the Fool here, there's no consciousness yet of what is happening. I feel like you don't really know what's happening. It's very deep. That's why you don't know why. You don't know where things are coming from right now. It's very hard to make, to have an understanding of what's happening, to have a rational understanding of what's happening. But this is also a good sign, because this is something very, very profound in your life. And that is why it's so hard to understand, because its roots go so deep that when the information comes, it comes from a place that's so foreign, it's so hard to understand, because it's so alien. And maybe this is why you also feel like you're confined, like you have to transcend that limitation so that you understand. You have to be amplified in a way. So I want to get some more cards, because this is really strong, and it's hard to explain, because it's almost magnificent, like the way this affects your, it's on a soul level. It's like I'm not talking about your daily life. I'm not talking about anything that can be easily explained, and just small talk won't really cut it. 7 of Wands. The Hierophant. This is the Chiron. And Chiron is a healer, the wounded healer. So he's holding the knowledge, and he's the one who can take you towards the knowledge. So this is, I think this is kind of an advice to keep the connection, even though there's a lot of conflict. It's not conflict, because this is not like the Five of Wands. This is more like standing your ground in a way that allows you to keep your sense of self, your sense of pride, even your authority, maybe. So not losing yourself in a relationship. The King of Cups, so another counterpart. This is really interesting. It's very, very deep. So the way you balance this equation is also to letting the other person express themselves as they are, and also not losing yourself while doing that. And this is the way to heal. But this requires a lot of knowledge. This requires a lot of wisdom. The Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups, clarified by the King of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like this is turning into something else. So this dynamic, this relationship, and this soul level commitment to being truthful to who you are, and to seeing and letting other people be who they are also. This is going to take you to another place completely different from where you are right now, where I think you'll be able to gather together and to gather a lot of energies, different energies from what you have right now. They're not so inwardly. I feel like this is a phase that's going to end maybe soon with the Knight of Swords. And in this Knight of Swords we have twins. So I really feel like this is also a sign that these two energies will come together and will be like inseparable. So this might also be some part of yourself that you are integrating in your own life, because there's this message here of turning something that was a mystery, something that was unconscious, to become conscious, and to be revealed, there's an inspiration, there's a sudden awareness that also comes with the Knight of Swords. And there's this integration energy that it's also healing energy. There's a marriage also symbolized with the Three of Cups. This Three of Cups is the marriage of Eros and Psyche. And this is taking you somewhere else. So this marriage, this is also, that message of the reading, it this might be just two aspects of yourself that are merging. And so you're taking, it's like the relationships are hard, and they make us understand some harsh truths about ourselves. And maybe this is also why there's this stuck pattern, there's this sense of repeating the same mistakes, because you can't really see something different in the other person if you keep being the same, yourself. If you're stuck in your own patterns, nothing else will change. And in relationships, this is especially triggering and especially hard for us, because we keep on bumping into the things that bother us the most. And the King of Wands here is becoming that leader, that light, that person that you need to be, that you need also for yourself, Like if I would love to have this person guiding me, because this is like a motivational speaker. This is someone who is taking you and giving you all the reasons to be, strong, to strive for what you want, to have passion, to have drive. So I feel like this, in the end, this is the last card. I feel like this is really telling us that this is the best result. This is the best outcome that can result from all this process, is that integration. And if these are two people who are also manifested in the King of Wands as a relationship, it will mean that this is a passionate relationship, but it's also respecting every person's individuality. There's a lot of space for that person. This is a person who takes up space, right? This is a charismatic person. This is someone who enters the room and everybody looks and turns their heads to see who is that person. It's very magnetic. There's an aura. And I feel like this can also be how you can be this person, or that's the question. How can you be this person in a relationship and also allow the other person to be the same way? So, very strong characters here. Very, very intense mirroring. Very hard. I would admit that these are not simple or light energies. These are very harsh energies, but at the same time they're very profound, and the potential for emotional growth and spiritual growth is like enormous, is so great. And it's taking you from the Four of Cups, like this boredom, apathy, and not really, having a connection that really makes you feel alive, or just to feel like your connection is not really filling your cup. And going from this into this incredible magnetic mirroring with so much healing and so much understanding and so much respect for each person's unique abilities, and what they bring to the relationship is so intense and so strong. And I feel like in the end, so much will merge together. So much will be married together with the Three of Cups here. There's this celebration. It's very, very positive outcome that comes from this work, this inner work, and also this collaboration with someone in your life, or that part of yourself that you are now understanding, either with the help of someone or with your own spiritual practice, with your own challenges and tests, dealing with yourself. But I feel like there's no way this is a lonely path. I really feel like this is someone who is either in a relationship or is looking towards some sort of relationship. And this is the way to grow with that concept in your life, right? And to mature into a fully developed and passionate, ignited, alive, inspiring person or relationship. Yeah, beautiful reading. I enjoyed this so much. I hope you also liked this video, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like and share the video if it resonated with you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what the Goddess Oracle has for you. Oh, it's the same. I shuffled this deck, but it's the same card that came out in the second pile. But hey, I'm going to go with it. And you have the 10 of Lotuses also. And this card is representing Shiva and Parvati and the union between the two, masculine and feminine. So it's interesting that this card came out twice. Okay, let's see what the Mystical Kipper has for you. And two. Okay. Gaining a lot of money. Okay, you can see it, right? Okay. Meetings. This is hard to focus, sorry. Meetings and court. Okay. Let's see the tarot cards. Oh, right away. We have Ace of Discs or the Ace of Pentacles. So it's, you have a pregnant lady and then you have a baby. That's interesting. Wow, the cards just want to jump out. The King of Cups. And the Seven of Cups. The Three of Arrows or Swords. The Four of Wands. The Knight of Cups. Two more. Okay. The World card. This is Dancing Shiva. And Justice. Beautiful. Okay. So I can see a theme in this reading right away. And it's because we have the Justice card represented by Varuna. And we have the Court card. So the Court and Justice. Sorry, this is a little bit out of focus. Okay, I hope you can see it now. And this means for me that a distanced approach to this situation, to this relationship, I feel like this is a relationship, of course, since this is the theme, and I feel like this distance is what is potentially going to resolve something. We're going to find out what it is, but bearing witness instead of being too involved, I think, is the best approach here. There is like an augury, a positive augury here that is represented by the Meetings card and the Gaining a lot of money. Both of these cards represent success in every endeavor, blessings, abundance, good luck, having a happy outcome. And because you're starting with the 10 of Cups, I feel like there's the energy of the reading is already very abundant. It's very good. There's a lot here for you to grasp, but I feel like the warning here is to not grasp it so tightly. So in order for this situation to keep its health, let's say, it's very important that you are in control, or at least very aware and conscious of your passions. With the Knight of Cups here, this is Kamadeva, and this is a very passionate person, someone who is very, let's say, fiery, but it is cups, so it's water, but there's a passionate fire here. There's also maybe a tendency to desire things very deeply, and there's this need for balance here. And also with the Seven of Cups here, with this this is Parvati, and she is devoting herself and surrendering herself to her own process of enlightenment, and allowing, I feel like allowing negative, it's kind of a contradiction, but I would say that allowing the negative things to also exist and be aware of them, respect those negative aspects of the situation, and by respecting them, you can manage your passion. You can not be completely overwhelmed by the power of that passion, because this is very powerful, very intense. And you can use the energy. You can start something. You can even start something new. So the way you manage this energy is going to start something completely new. Let me get some clarifying cards here, because I feel like there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of like bottled up energy that needs to come out. And if you can only see the positive things about, it's like being infatuated, right? You just see the positive traits of the person. You just see how beautiful they are. Everything they say is amazing. And you can't really see the darker aspects. And this is blinding you. And it's worse than blinding. I think the worst part of this specific situation is that you are too involved. You start taking up karma and taking up energy that is not yours, and drama even, maybe, if that's not yours. And this ends up messing up your life and confusing things. With the Court here, it's really a warning that you really need to be balanced. You can't lose yourself in this situation. You have to bear witness. You have to try to have a dispassionate look at this, so that you're not involved in a problem of sorts. I don't know which problem can it be. So okay, let's clarify this King of Lotuses and the Two of Discs, or Two of Pentacles. So this is another card that implies this balance between two things. There's juggling two things, two aspects of the situation. And you can see, like on top, this is the story of Siddhartha. So on top, he's like in the gardens with the ladies, enjoying his life. And then on the bottom, you see the beggars, very poor people, and with the baby. So it's this contrasting energy. It's very polarized energy. But if you don't respect this will become negative. King of Arrows. I think this is Garuda, but we'll see. The Three of Discs. So you have to work. There's a collaborative effort. So it's like seeing the other person, or the other persons in this relationship as collaborators, as equals, and not really put anyone on a pedestal or just overemphasize things, exaggerate things. The wheel. So yeah, this is how you turn things in your favor. This is how you are so blessed and lucky, because this is I feel like you're very enthusiastic, like you found some treasure, like you made a good choice, or something is coming your way that is making you feel very lucky and blessed. Maybe it's a person, a specific situation or relationship that is making you feel this way very soon, if it hasn't happened already. But if you're over enthusiastic and you get too involved in the other person's stories, right away there's no balance, and then things will go awry. Because this is really black and white. This court card is really about this balance, specifically in this situation. It can also be about court, so not a metaphor, just literally like being called to court, but with the meetings and all this relationship advice, and with the justice card telling you and calling you to bear witness, to be open to the resolution of the universe, to the solutions of the universe. This is also interesting that you have all the major arcana in the end. So this is a fantastic trio that we have here: the world, justice, and the wheel. So I feel like there's a conclusion to this situation that you can't really make of your own will. This is the universe's will. This is God's will. This is spirit. This is something that transcends any physical existence or understanding. This is something that you can't grasp with your human mind. The only thing that you can do is to try to enlighten yourself and detach yourself from your existence, your human, mundane existence, and your passions, so that you can experience the equanimity that is needed for you to let go and relax and let things happen on their own, instead of being so involved and so passionately, engaged, because this won't even reduce any passion or any love that you have for any person, any specific person, or this situation. It will only make it stronger, because you will then include all the darker aspects of this. You will learn so much from this situation. You will be so wise after you understand and you integrate this sadness even that this person may carry, or that you may carry, that you may see in this relationship, because maybe this person can hurt you now. Maybe being vulnerable to that is very hard. Maybe you feel the need to control too much. This is also a possibility here, because there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of grip here. So, but this will ruin things. This will take your blessing away. I feel like this is very clear cut with the court card here, that balance is the only way. And if it's not balanced, it will be destructive. It will be something else. It will turn into something else that is not, it's not even supposed to happen. I feel like something will maybe even break you apart. It's like you won't even see it if it's that way. It's weird. It's like if you're too passionate and your grip is too strong, you will not see the greatness of the situation. So it's kind of a paradox. It's like it's like, that example, that psychological test that they do to kids with the marshmallow. Like you can have one marshmallow now, or you can have 2 marshmallows if you just wait for like 5 minutes. That's exactly the situation that I see here. Like if you wait a little bit and if you observe, if you stay in the witness in the witness's perspective for a little while, you will see like this immense treasure that's here. You will see so much more because you are patient enough, and you can like hold your horses. You can hold your horses a little bit, and you can enjoy this situation effortlessly. That's also a message here. Like if a relationship is taking a lot of effort, I think it's not supposed to. There is the Three of Discs here. There is the Three of Pentacles. But the Three of Pentacles can also mean a collaboration. There is a certain work that needs to be done, but I don't think with all the cards and with the justice and the balance that is needed, I don't think that you're supposed to exert yourself in a way that is too tiring. That's not how this relationship is supposed to go, because of the wheel of karma, the world, and the justice. This is so obviously to cleanse all the baggage, to clean, to take away all that unnecessary noise, let's say. Maybe it's also the case that if you are more patient looking at the relationship, that you will have time to also process your own shadows and your own griefs, so that you don't take your darker emotions, let's say, to this relationship, and you see it as pure, as something that's completely new, and something that you can turn into a great treasure, and something that brings you so much joy and so much abundance. And it's a true blessing to have such a beautiful relationship in your life that is so pure and is so free, and also true. This is also is like a value, a paradigm that should bless this relationship, and that should be the cornerstone of this relationship is truth. Whoever you are meeting, and truth needs time sometimes. You need to cleanse certain sadnesses and griefs you have, so that you are more truthful and wholesome. Like you're not missing any pieces. You're bringing yourself completely into the relationship with the flaws, with your, and you accept each other with all that comes with it. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much. So inspiring. I hope you also like this reading. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like and share the video if it resonated with you. And I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.